Happy Monday, beautiful souls. This is Lindsay from Super Secret Powers Coaching, and I am here with this week's weekly guidance, which is an energy read of the week and a tarot pull. Now, I like to use a couple different decks for my tarot pull. And if you haven't seen the photos, you can hop over to my blog, of course, and look at that. I do this every week, unless I'm sick and dying. But this week it's a really big week. And as we come into March, the energy is just going to get bigger and bigger. For weather, I know they say that when March comes in like a lamb, it's going to go out like a lion. It came in on the energies of the eclipse, which were really kind of woo-woo and kind of out there, and, guidance was coming down, but we might not have been able to really ground that into our physical lives yet. And I think we're doing still a little bit of catch-up with that. And so when March goes out, it is going to go out like a lion, but it's not going to go out like a lion necessarily in terms of that big kind of guidance inspiration that we just got. It's going to be very physical, very visceral, very let us walk this talk. But we've got a whole month to build up to that. This week, I do want to point out that we do have a Grand Cross on Wednesday. Now, for me, these energies, they hit me particularly hard. They make me just want to, burn everything down. It's like having the Tower card come up. Burn everything down, start over. I want my up-leveled vibe right now. I just wanted to come out. I don't want to work for it. I wanted to just be. Just be right now. We're changing things up. We're doing things in a completely different way. And the cards I drew this week, they only subtly reflect that. They reflect that in the background. They really would like us to try and put our attention, our focus, and our conscious creator energy on a different vibe this week. So try not to get caught up in those Grand Cross energies. So the first card we got is for the One Ring Circus. And I think this card is actually telling us who this message is for. And this message is for the Biz Goddess, who is trying to be the One Ring Circus, the super mom, the I have to be everything and I have to do it myself kind of person. So if you feel that resonates with you, really pay attention. Because this week you might find you might find a lot of stuff coming up. And we want to try and deal with that up front so that it doesn't bite us in the butt later. So for the One Ring Circus people, let's focus on that energy. And let's focus on how we want to improve that energy. And that's going to be a huge theme this week. These energy readings from the planets and from astrology, they really kind of build off of each other. This is an ongoing story of how we're being asked to evolve and to become more conscious of who we are and how we're putting ourselves out into the world, how we're living our lives every single day, not just per month, and it's not just because I'm an Aries, and it's not just, it is this progression. So the energies of, not the energies, the things that come up this week are going to really be telling for next week about how we're going to be asked to move into this new energy. And then the week of spring, we actually change over to the seasons and we experience this new birth. But it's not just going to be like some random old new birth. It's going to be everything that's been on your mind and in your energy for the 2 weeks before, starting today kind of thing. So starting today, we really want to look at Nine of Cups. This is Nine of Cups, the card. We want to look at what is emotionally fulfilling. What is it that actually lights you up? And I want to look at this on a bigger level, not just, treating myself to a cup of coffee because I ticked everything off my list. It's about really bringing your whole life and your whole lifestyle and how you're living into something that is sustainable, that is going to bring up these huge energies in you. Because running your business, especially if you're that One Ring Circus girl, it takes an up-leveling of energy. Not just physical energy, it does require that, but the energy of your belief, the energy of what you believe is possible, what you think is possible. You have to hold on to greater and greater or higher and higher frequencies and dreams and potentials, because you're holding it for more and more clients as you go. You're holding it for a whole wave, a whole movement of people that you're serving. So it requires this huge up level, and you can't fake it till you make it. You have to be true to what is actually deeply fulfilling, what's going to make that wellspring spring within you. Not just for one day, not just to live on a high, but what's going to, keep that fountain going perpetually, or as close to perpetually as we can get. And lastly, the universe is really calling us to love without condition. And I don't believe this message is really for external things this week, because it's Grand Cross week. I believe this is an internal thing. Because we are sensitive, we already have like this huge amount of personal integrity out there. And we don't want to feel salesy, and we don't want to feel like we're gypping people or that we're not providing value, and we don't want to overstate necessarily what we do. And I think we run ourselves into circles with that, and into points of becoming very much in self-doubt and very unclear then about what we do, when we should be honoring that integrity within us and not letting us pick us apart because we believe we need to be even more full of integrity. I don't know if that's possible. How can you, but it's the same thing where we have this huge heart, this ability to put out so much compassion and non-judgment into the world. But yet, the first thing something doesn't go our way, we're the first people, we're that front line, because we have this one ring circus mentality that gets judged, that gets beat up, that gets put down by us. We don't need anybody else to be a critic out there. We do it to ourselves. And this is where that love without condition comes in. Love where you are this week. It is a message. It is a message that's going to bring you into greater, I'm not going to say integrity, because I think we have too much of a stress on that already. But maybe self-compassion, to see where it is that we're holding ourselves up to these incredible, incredible standards. Like, I want this wonderful sales copy, and I expect it to just, fall out of my butt. And even though we might be guided, and something beautiful comes down, we still have to polish that. And we have to honor the fact that that is part of the creation process, and we have to learn how we have to do that, how it's going to feel good, and how it's going to feel high vibe, and how it's going to feel lovely for us. So be in that energy of the how is it going to work, and how can I honor myself, the guidance, and my own process through this. Because that's what's going to lead to sustainability. And that's what's going to attune everything to that bigger, greater energy. All right, so if you love this message, I'm going to hop off in a minute, but if you love this message, pop over to my Facebook page, which is Your Super Secret Powers. Your Super Secret Powers. And on there is a link to join Shine Boost for Biz Goddesses. And it is a free group where we learn how to attune our messaging and attune our sales and our sales system, and even our packaging. All those little sale bits that make our stuff biteable, easy to bite for our ideal clients, really high vibe, to really bring that out, that bigger picture, that bigger transformation. Because it's not just about one tarot session. It's not just about getting one client to come for that massage or that crystal healing. We need to learn how to support our greater movement, our bigger body of work. All right, and I hope to see you there. I hope to see you in Shine Boost. And if you need anything, message me. And I love you guys.